Okay, so you're planning your event and you're ready to start promoting on Instagram. What are you going to put on Instagram? Hi, I'm Sheryl Loch with Ginger Roots Media, back with
Lany Sullivan with Events by Lany. All right, guys, we are talking about Instagram. Now, this is my favorite platform. As you know, if you watched the last set of videos about Facebook, lame. But we're going to talk about Instagram. So, one of the things that Cheryl and I have talked about is what you need to do to promote your event before the event happens. And we've covered a lot in the YouTube and the Facebook videos for you. So, today we're actually just going to tell you more about what to share rather than the why. We've already covered the why, so go back to those videos. Cheryl, what do we share on Instagram?
well, one thing, if you haven't watched the videos before, you may not know this, but if you have watched them, I'm sure you'll know this by heart. You want a branded Instagram account, not a personal Instagram
Mm-hmm.
account. I'm not saying you need a business Instagram account.
Right.
I have issues with business Instagram accounts. I can probably link you to a video below to tell you why I'm leery on using a business Instagram, but you do need it a branded for your brand name account.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that before your event, you may be thinking, I don't have any event pictures to share. What am I going to do? Well, you actually have a ton of
Ton.
things you can do. And
Mm-hmm.
as you get plans made, you'll have even more. Because on Instagram, you're only going to put out one or two posts a day. It's more about you interacting with other people than building than it
Mm-hmm.
is sharing 8 million pictures because nobody wants to see all that.
Exactly. And if you guys go back to the is it the digital assets video that
Mm-hmm.
we did, where we talk about collecting all of the pieces of information to create your images for exactly these things, for posting on YouTube, for posting on Facebook, and for posting on Instagram. So where do we start when we're brand new starting out with our Instagram page? What do we want to start with as posting?
Well, for one thing, you're going to want to start following your speakers and your sponsors on Instagram right away. You've got your speakers and sponsors list. As you add to that list, you start following them.
And ask them to follow back.
No shit. If you
Yeah.
don't ask them to follow back, they may not. But that's kind of some speakers have this idea that they're doing you a favor by being at your event and they don't need to participate and they don't need to promote and they don't need to support. Well, I call bullshit. If they don't want to support, don't want to help you build the event, that's ridiculous because
Mm-hmm.
this is their event too. This is where they're going to gain access to your people, other speakers, people. If they don't want to participate by following you and interacting on your post, I know what I'd do with them, but that's up to you.
Yeah, and we're going to dive into it in another video too, but I just want to make sure that you ask them to follow you back on all of your platforms. So
Yes.
that way, it's number one, you can find them. It's easier to tag them, and they'll get the notification, hopefully, if or their social media team or somebody who's handling their social, and hopefully, cross your fingers, they'll actually share that piece of content out.
And the thing is, that way, when your attendees, as they start following you, they can easily go through who you follow list and
Mm-hmm.
find those speakers, those sponsors, because that's just part of having an event.
Yeah.
So once you've followed your speakers and sponsors, and this is ongoing, then you're going to want to start promoting to your audience and building your audience. So what can you do? You've already got probably headshots and other pictures of your speakers. You can take those and make a template and put out some of their quotes, some
Mm-hmm.
of their maybe what topics they're going to talk on. So you're promoting a speaker or a sponsor and you're putting in their own quotes, and you can put in there, hey, they're going to be at our event, looking so excited to meet them or what have you. Now, talking about that, remember you only get one link on Instagram. I don't give a rat's ass if you can put a non-hot link in your description of your individual Instagram post. That one link on your profile needs to go to your event landing page. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yep.
This should not be an affiliate link. This should be a real link.
Mhm.
If you have to use an affiliate link because you're tracking, you're going to have to use something other than a blatant affiliate link, or Instagram may not allow you to have that link. So keep that all in mind. Keep that in mind for your affiliates too, if they want to use it. But make sure that landing page is your profile link, not a dead link in a freaking description. Not the same.
Did you get it that? Did you get all that? I hope so.
So do I. Okay, now you're going to be promoting your speakers and your sponsors. You're going to use their quotes. You're going to use little tips maybe they put out. Another thing you can do is event updates. Now, these are not going to be big, important updates necessarily, but just little leading them along of what you have coming up, kind of teasers.
Yeah, you can do like session announcements as you do a session. You book a session and you build it out. Encourage people to sign up if you're going to do, the limited seating in a session, and have them sign up for a session. You can do images that promote each session and remind people, make sure that you go sign up for it, and so different things like that.
You're also, if you've already picked out your venue, maybe send some images, use some images for the venue, or things, attractions around that venue in that area that they may be interested in seeing while they're there, or if they come in a day or two earlier. Now, theme images, because a lot of events have a theme.
Or they have a themed party. So if you don't have an entire theme for your event, are you doing themed cocktail parties? Like a lot of people, it's very popular to do a white party. It's kind of old, kind of worn out, but...
Wait a minute. Old and worn out white... Okay. I see what you did there.
I know, right? You like that? So if you are doing a themed party or a theme around your event, find some images, have your designer make some images that completely encompass that theme and get people excited about it. If are you doing costume parties? Are you doing a masked party? There's lots of different things that you could do around that theme.
I like old and outdated white parties myself, but that's beside the point. Okay, we're also going to use different quotes around the event topics. You have as a brand specific things you talk about. I mean, your event may be about healthcare, it may be about SEO, about business, whatever. Make quotes about that and leading up to your event. So that's one of the easy ones too. You've already been doing this, continue doing it. You can also crowdsource from your venue, your sponsors, your speakers, the surrounding area, anybody that might be involved, or the culture of the area you're holding the event. And you put out, this is something that, this is a castle and it's nearby. I'm so excited. I want to make sure we get to go see it, blah, blah, blah. So you can include a lot of things around the area while you're still building.
And the key is you don't have to always be promoting your event. You're always promoting your event, but your image doesn't have to be a buy my ticket image. It can be a fun fact about the area that you're going to. It can be even a fun fact about your speakers or sponsors, your venue. You can share what Sheryl's saying, you can share and crowdsource their information, and it doesn't, their information that you're sharing, that image that you're sharing, does not have to be a buy my ticket to my event. It can be a beautiful picture of the venue, or it could be, hey, one of our speakers was just at such and such a location. We're so excited to have them come. They're going to be flying in from wherever, from Bali, and you can have, promote them wherever they're at, because people are interested in seeing what's happening beyond the ticket sale.
You've also got your images of, well, you may not have these images, but you can take them of things going on as you're planning the event. So, even if it's a Word doc where you're writing out your agenda, or behind the scenes type things, and granted, you won't have until you start getting to the venue, you won't have a lot of behind the scenes, but you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if it's I'm on a video call or I'm on a phone call with my event planner or with a caterer or whatever, and this is what we're planning.
Yeah. Or if you're on doing a webinar, like we talked about doing webinars with your speakers, take a screenshot of like we're on camera. I don't have my phone with me because it's charging. It's a first.
It's so far away. Do you feel okay?
Oh my God, no. But you could take a picture of, like right now, sitting, we could take a picture of us recording this and going, hey, we're recording. Like we've done 25 videos in 2 weeks. We could do an image about this. So you can
Okay, now that you've gotten on this foolishly.
Foolishly.
Instagram video, you have a 1-minute option to use video. So you can make little 1-minute videos.
Mm-hmm.
You can take a clip from one of your others, make it an Instagram video. You can do send out messages or send out a video update.
Or some fun bloopers like this one does. I'm always in the damn bloopers. That'll be a blooper.
That's because you are a blooper. But that's another option on my Instagram channel. I have some bloopers. They're of me because I do a lot of those too. But you have that 1-minute option there.
Mm-hmm.
You can also do Instagram stories, which I am not a big fan of, especially not pre-event. I'm not a fan of them because they're there, they're gone, kaboom. Unless you have a huge audience and they're really tuned in, I wouldn't worry about the stories.
Mm-hmm.
I would think about the 1-minute videos. Instagram Live is something else. If you plan it out, if you don't have a huge responsive audience that's sitting there waiting for you. In other words, if you're not Gary Vaynerchuk, don't try it. What you need to do, though, is maybe put out a promotion saying, on this day at this time, I'm going to do an Instagram Live. You got questions about the event, the venue, travel, blah, 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 pop in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing is video.
Yep.
And you can save and download your Instagram Lives now. So you could always take that and throw it over on Facebook. And that brings us to another thing. What are you going to do with these images? You can't just put them on Instagram. So you have the option of taking these images and reusing them over on Facebook as native images. You can use them on Twitter as native images. Or if you want to build that Instagram account, maybe what you want to do is take the link and share it over on Facebook so it links to your Instagram on your page, your branded page. And that way they can click and go right to your Instagram. You send that link through Twitter so they can go to your Instagram. It all comes down to how you want to build and what you want to build. But you're going to have these images made. And you can reuse them, even though some will say you can't because of the size difference. Don't worry. When you use an Instagram image on Facebook, the reason the square images do so great on Facebook is because they take up a lot of real estate. So if you've made the 1-minute video on Instagram, you may not want to share that over to Facebook. You can, so they can also get to Instagram. Or you take that 1-minute square video, because please, if you're going to make an Instagram video, do it right. Make it a freaking square. When you do this, you can also take that video and take it over to Facebook, upload it as a native, and then just put in the description, hey, I had this on Instagram. Afraid some of you may have missed it. I wanted to share it here. Here's my Instagram link. Be sure to check there. So with Instagram, there's a million ways you can share this. You just have to decide what you want to do. And that all comes with the planning of where you need to build, where you want to build, where your audience is.
Exactly. It all goes back to the last video, one of the last videos we did talking about strategy and building your content. And you really need to figure that out so you know where to really house some of your content. Like what's the home of each piece of content? Is it YouTube? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Or is it Twitter? And we're going to do it. We have another video series on Twitter. So where is it going to be housed?
I love Twitter.
She loves Twitter. I tolerate it because I have to, because she makes me. But where's your content going to be housed? And then you make a strategy of this piece is going to go here and this piece goes here. And it just becomes this crazy maze of content going everywhere. But once you figure it out, it's simple. You just know that.
It's simple. You say it's simple as you call me. Where are we sending
Where are we
this?
sending? I call her all the time. What am I doing again? Wait, I have this piece. Okay. It's
And
gonna
I
be.
just tell her, I told you before. This goes here, and this goes there, and you plan it here, and then it.
I've almost got it down.
But anyway, like she said, you're going to have to decide all this. You're going to have to work with your social media manager. You're going to have to decide how many images can you realistically
Create.
put out, because if you're putting them out for Twitter, for Facebook, for Instagram, if you're not capable of either making all of these images or having someone make them, you're running into a different situation there. So that is really where you're going to need to mix and match them, not all at the same time, not on the same day. That takes another thing. Another thing I'll say though, no matter how you decide to do your images and how you decide to share them, one thing you do need to do is interact with the other freaking accounts. If all you want to do is run over to Instagram, post an image with your hashtags, and be careful about using a branded hashtag at this point because it can cause problems. I'll link to that video below too.
And what do they call that?
Shadow banning.
Shadow banning. I always call it ghost blocking. This is
shadow
why
banning.
I don't do
okay.
social.
So that's another issue. I do have a video on that, how using a branded hashtag when you're the only one using it, which in a pre-event state may be the case, is you're the only person using it, you can run into trouble. As the event builds and more people are using that unique hashtag that you're using everywhere, then you're not going to have a problem.
Remember, we're only talking about Instagram for the shadow banning too, not just Instagram.
And Instagram's pissy.
Very.
So you're going to have to decide right from the get-go who is going to post from Instagram. They will be the only one posting to Instagram. They will most likely be the only one interacting unless you have a schedule. And I'm not joking. If you're going to have multiple people on this, you need to have a schedule and stick with it, because if you're in Colorado and I'm in Las Vegas and someone else is in London and we're all logging in and interacting, especially at the same time, guess what? Your account's in the shithole.
You just blew up your account.
Yeah, so all that needs to be planned ahead of time. Don't put it off until your account is already screwed, because getting an account out of the ditch is a hell of a lot harder than just doing it right the first time. So keep that in mind. But as far as interacting, you're going to go over to those speakers, those sponsors, the other people that are already part of your community. You're going to start liking and commenting, not an Autobot. You are going to comment so that you can draw some attention, so you can get your account seen. So for pre-event, I mean, I'm going to say it's pretty easy. Once you decide how you're going to do it, then you just have to do it.
And it's not that it's hard. So it's more that it's time consuming than anything.
Very.
It's just you have to, and this is why you hire an event planner, and this is why you hire a social media person. This is why you hire a photographer and videographer and et cetera, because you as one person trying to run everything with your event, you have a business to run as well. Like, you need to stay in your lane and let your people stay in their lane. So, and the thing that I watch with social media, and it goes across all of the platforms, but I'll say it on this video, is that you guys are not engaging. You go through and you like, and a like is a bullshit. A like doesn't mean shit. So go comment. People want to connect with you. Your tribe is showing up to talk to you. Your tribe is showing up to engage with you. So go comment. I mean, if you've got 50,000 followers and you've got 30,000 comments, I mean, it's a little bit more difficult. This is why you want to have somebody help you, but you still need to engage, especially if you're building. So if you're starting from scratch and building from the ground up, you need to go you need to go comment on people's stuff and go create conversations, because what happens is that they come back to your page and they like your images and they comment on your stuff. Not everything. People haven't figured out this whole like, hey, I'll go comment and I'll get a comment back. They haven't figured out this little game, and unfortunately it's a game. But what it does is it creates this consistent conversation and this dialogue day to day to day through Instagram.
And you're going to gain better followers doing this. If
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, we go look at Instagram accounts,
That's crazy.
and I can look at someone's Instagram account and they have 20,000 followers. They put up an image and they only get 50 likes and 0 comments. I have an account, I have 1,100 followers, but I can get 150, 200 likes on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not how many followers. That's unimpressive. Those
Right.
can be bought. Those can be botted.
Mm-hmm.
And that is botted, where you use
B-O-T-T-E-D.
bots, yes, and bots follow you. So your follower count is nothing. What you want to do is build people that will interact with you so your numbers look better. Once you get those numbers up, people want to be part of your, whether it's a speaker or a sponsor or attend, because those vanity numbers, not in the likes and follows, or not in the follows, but in the conversations, are the vanity numbers you want to watch, because that's where people get excited. They don't care you got 100,000 followers if nobody is talking to you.
Right.
So get out there, go comment on people's stuff. Just keep in mind, you got to use common sense. You can't just go all willy-nilly and like 7,500 people and follow 7,500 people.
Don't do it.
Because they're not all going to follow you back. Some of them are garbage. You don't want them. Pick and choose. Be smart about it. So the last thing I have to say is, when you go to share your images, when you're making your images, you're going to use your branded hashtag for your event on that image. Whether or not you're at a phase where you can use it in your hashtags on the post is a different ballgame, but that image needs to have it. That way other people will start using it. The sooner other people start using it, the sooner you can start really plugging it out. So
All right,
that's
guys.
Instagram.
We have and actually,
You got this.
If you really want to know, Sheryl has an entire tutorial series on Instagram.
I forgot that.
If you want to learn more about Instagram and how to run it properly, and or have somebody on your team do it, you can go to the link below, but it's gingerrootsmediagroup.com. And so it's gingerrootsmediagroup.com, and so she'll have the link in the comments in the description below, so you guys can go check that out. I think it's like 20 some videos, isn't it? I've watched most of them.
I don't know now. There's a lot. I just keep adding as things come up.
And it's really educational. I mean, some of the stuff I already knew because I talk to her every day, but other stuff I was like, oh, what? You're holding out on me. So go check out that series. With this digital marketing series for your event, you guys, we are doing live Q&As, and we haven't announced the dates yet, but we will be doing them. So what you want to do is get on our list, go to eventsbylany.com/knowledge-base, or click in the description below. We'll have a link there for you. And go get yourself on the list, because we will be, like I said, only giving access to those live Q&As to our members. And we also have free downloadable content that you can go get that it goes along with this video. So if you want to know everything that we know and want to have some fun with us live, then go do that.
Fun with us.
Fun with us.
Yeah, I'm having a blast. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, dislike this video, leave us a comment, question. Do something.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.